90s fine and 90s bombshell. Why are we so obsessed with the 90s? Is it the fact that we are just super nostalgic and we can't get away from the past? Maybe. But I have an argument that actually the reason why we are so obsessed with the 90s is that was the last era of beauty in your own unique and natural form. Okay? AKA the least manipulated forms of beauty. So think about the makeup, think about the hair choices, think about even the style of the 90s. None of it was too over the top. So makeup was pretty light, a lot of like neutral lipstick colors and just really more of a neutral moment versus think about like the 2000s and the 2010s when we started to like get eccentric and go maybe potentially overboard with makeup. But like in the 90s, it was all about a soft moment to really just clean up the face and let your natural features shine through. Oh, what about the hair? It was a ton of like blowout looks and a lot of like volumized and kind of like on the go looks, right? We had that. And then we also had like some really like sleek natural looks, but a lot of the looks were leaning more natural. I understand what is happening here. We have lost the plot. And so to us, when we see someone who looks like 90s fine, what we are saying is when someone is a 90s bombshell, 90s fine, that is someone who is attractive, but also leans into what their natural features are and only amplifies those, right? Doesn't try to change who they are, doesn't try to change their ethnicity or their like anything about themselves. They just enhance it. And that is the sweet spot and that's the magic. Now, I say this as a personal stylist who has been working for over 10 years, has given countless makeovers, darling, to the man and to the woman. And I am telling you that the things that they were focusing on in the 90s and the things they were focusing on for years and years and centuries before then are the actual magic of a glow up, are the actual magic of changing how you look and how you feel about how you look and how you're perceived in the world. And that's the big three that I'm always talking about. And if you're not new here, then you know that the big three: style that likes you back, hair that likes you back, and great skin slash makeup. Okay? That's the list. And that goes for women, that goes for men. Okay. These are the things that people have been using since the dawn of time to change how they're perceived, to change how they feel about themselves. Think about, you could go 100 years back. People are going to dress a certain way because they know they're going XYZ. So they want to maybe put on the image of being more polished and put together and extraordinary and blah, 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 right? Think about, same with hair. You actually need to do your hair, right? Same with having either great skin and looking like very well taken care of, or makeup. We've kind of evolved even more and more into makeup, but makeup has always been a thing, right? In some variation. So let's think about how that has been a blueprint that different cultures, times, ages, like places around the world have used to look better, to navigate through society, to change how they look and how they come across and how they feel. And we think that just surgery is going to do it. The surgery won't do it in the way that you think. I'm not anti-surgery. I'm anti-surgery when you haven't done the work. Because what you'll realize is, do I really hate my eyes? Or do I just not put myself together? Am I just dusty? Yes, you can look at yourself and be like, I'm dusty. So that's probably why I think I need to chop my hair off. Darling, you aren't taking care of yourself. You aren't focusing on the big three. You aren't grooming to your best of your abilities. So of course you think, let me microwave it, throw it in the microwave, take it out. It's going to be way better. But we all know that the microwave cannot work for all the things. Have you ever put one of those, like growing up, I was a latchkey kid and I would have like, those pizzas and all that stuff. And they would either say, you can put it in the fridge, in the microwave, or you can put it in the oven. And it's like, who wants to wait for the oven all the time? You're 9 years old, right? You're 10 years old. You're like, man, I'm throwing this in the microwave. I'm hungry now. And you put it in the microwave, you take it out, and you're just like, it looks all right, but it's not doing the job. That's what I need you guys to understand. You would have been better off putting it in the oven. Because when you take it out of the oven, yes, it took longer, but it's good. It's crunchy. It's doing all the things. It's not just giving you the appearance of something. That is what is happening when we are going and jumping into changing ourselves completely rather than grooming, rather than looking like you're just taking care of yourself. That is what the 90s did so well. And from the 90s to the 2000s, there were so many cultural shifts. Talking like reality TV, we're talking internet, we're talking like so many big shifts that really changed society and like what we were into. And it's almost as if the more access we had to like media and internet and all these things, we were inching and are inching more and more towards being fake. Okay? Fakeness. And you see that all across the board. We just got more and more fake. And sometimes, you know, with AI these days, I'm sometimes like, some of us look so perfect, like almost in an uncanny way, because we've changed everything about ourselves. I want you to remember the most attractive, charming, beautiful people, whatever word you want to use, it's not that they're perfect looking. It's that they're put together. It's that they're intentional. It's that they're picking things that like them back, right? And so what does it mean, picking things that like you back? Well, that means that you aren't, let's say, blindly choosing to wear a dress. That when you put it on, actually emphasizes probably the part of your body that's the most imbalanced, or the part of your body that, you know, sticks out the most. Or if that's happening, that dress doesn't like you back. It could be a great dress, but if it doesn't like you back, then we can give it to the next girlie and she's probably going to look great in it. And we go find something that works for us, right? Same thing with hair. Same thing with when we're working on makeup. These are using what we actually have and enhancing it. But when we start going into like wanting to be perfect, which is like our societal time, so I understand it. I get that. It almost sometimes looks like you don't even want to touch the person. You don't even want to breathe their air, because it's like, is this AI? Is Uncanny Valley? Like, what is it? You don't know what you're looking at. And we miss that. We miss the 90s authentic yet attractive put together person. So that is why you'll hear 90s fine and 90s bombshell for another, I'm sure, 20, 30 years. Because unless our society starts to shift back a little bit more towards natural and leaning into like what you actually look like, not, you know, an elf nose, and not like adding all of these things that you don't really need. And it's not just about need. If we want to just be vain, we can't be, right? Oftentimes, I'm chatting with you guys on one-on-ones and consults, and, you know, people are like, you know, should I get this done? Should I do this? And I'm like, well, well, you're here because we haven't done the work of actually working on yourself. You haven't actually taken the time out to start dressing your body and showing up when you leave your house, treating yourself well. Like, it's how you're treating yourself. But if we haven't been treating ourselves well, and we're just jumping to a surgery, you see how we've skipped a crucial, pivotal step, right? It's like going from high school and then me just telling you, hey, you know, you've never had a job, you've never done this, but now you're going to be the president of this place. It's like, wait, shouldn't I like have a job first at least? Shouldn't I try something? Like, there needs to be some kind of practice. There needs to be some kind of grit, some kind of like a sweat equity. And the sweat equity will actually take you farther, and working through what likes you back and actually slowly evolving and becoming hotter and hotter and more confident, and seeing your growth, and seeing how far you've come, and feeling the things, that is going to make you an unstoppable 90s bombshell, 90s fine. Like, it's going to make you that. What people think is going to happen when they get surgery is that they'll skip all that hard work and they'll still feel that. And many times they find they don't. And that is why you're seeing a lot of podcasts and a lot of people coming out saying like, man, I really regret getting this surgery. I really regret it. Like my natural body was great. Like, it was fine. I just kind of got caught up in the trends. And that's why I'm here. I'm okay with maybe not being the most popular in my stance, But I'm going with the stance that I believe will get you the best result further. And that's using the big three, the organic glow up that people have used for centuries. That works. Okay. Now, I want to continue to help you guys. I want to continue to help you guys. There's a few of you who already signed up for one-on-ones and already in the consults. We're locked in. You're all set. If you haven't, please, 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 if you have any questions about how those work, please send an email. It's contact@A Creative Cliche, or you can leave a comment down here. I do see those. And if not, I want to see you on this flip side. I want to help you get from where you are right now to the version of you that's in your head. And you are never too far gone from those two. I think a lot of people think that they are. They're like, Carla, can you actually help me? Like, am I too far gone? Like, no, honey. As long as you're open and willing and you actually want what you say you want, we can always get you there. And so I want to see you in the Zooms. I want to see you in the one-on-ones, or I want to see you in the comments. Until next time, toodles.